DJI has finally started teasing the Pocket 4P through its international social channels, including both the Global and Japan X accounts. And honestly, that's a pretty significant shift because the company is now publicly acknowledging the product by name outside China for the first time. That also lines up with reports pointing toward an official announcement window around late May or early June 2026, with China likely getting it first before a wider global rollout. Now, if you watched our previous video on the Pocket 4P, there were still a few unanswered questions because some of the leaks floating around at the time felt incomplete. But now we've got more details coming in. Starting with the specs, we already knew the camera would feature a 1-inch main sensor paired with a dedicated telephoto lens, but the newer reports are claiming that the main sensor could be an OmniVision 50 megapixel sensor capable of 17 stops of dynamic range alongside a new D-Log2 curve. Now, the 17 stop claim does sound exaggerated, especially for a compact sensor, but DJI already has a strong track record with image processing on the Pocket lineup, so noticeable improvements in dynamic range wouldn't be surprising at all. In our previous video, we were also unsure whether D-Log2 was actually coming to the Pocket 4P, but now it increasingly looks like it is. And if that ends up being true, it's a much bigger upgrade than it sounds on paper because it would give creators noticeably more flexibility with color grading and highlight recovery compared to standard D-Log. A lot of that likely comes down to the capabilities of the new sensor itself. As for the telephoto camera, reports now point toward the Sony IMX09A sensor. That's a 1/1.2 8-inch 50 megapixel sensor, which is actually considered a flagship level mobile sensor and is often used as the primary camera in high-end smartphones. But here, DJI is apparently using it specifically for the 3x optical zoom camera. The exact video specs still aren't officially confirmed, but leaks currently suggest support for up to 6K at 60 frames per second and 4K at 240 frames per second for slow motion. Color recording is expected to support 10-bit D-Log2, while ActiveTrack 7.0 should handle subject tracking, and right now the expected price is sitting somewhere around $730. Now, about the zoom capabilities, we already covered that pretty extensively in our previous video, so I won't spend too much time repeating the same details here. Instead, let's shift over to the Insta360 Luna Ultra because the modular design situation finally seems a lot clearer now. Up until this point, nobody really knew what modular actually meant for the Luna Ultra. Some people thought the gimbal head itself might detach, while others assumed it would just be a removable battery grip, which honestly wouldn't have been anything groundbreaking. But apparently it's neither of those. Instead, the entire front section of the handle can magnetically detach and turn into a fully functional remote controller. And this isn't some tiny basic remote either. It reportedly includes the Luna Ultra's OLED screen, a zoom control, joystick, and even a dedicated record button. That's actually a really interesting approach because it creates a level of shooting flexibility we haven't really seen on DJI's Pocket gimbal cameras. You could place the Luna Ultra somewhere difficult to reach and still control gimbal movement, zoom, and framing remotely while seeing a live preview directly from the detached controller. And honestly, that modular concept brings us to another pocket camera people were curious about, the FeiyuTech Pocket 4. Except this part is kind of disappointing. If you remember the older Feiyu Pocket 3, that camera had one of the most interesting modular systems in the category because the camera section itself could detach completely. But now FeiyuTech has officially confirmed that the Pocket 4 camera is no longer detachable. So yeah, the modular system is basically gone. At this point, it feels like they are moving away from experimental modular hardware and focusing more on building a simpler mainstream product instead, which honestly makes sense commercially, even if it's a little less exciting. Ironically, the older Pocket 3 now feels mechanically more innovative than the newer Pocket 4. And technically speaking, the Pocket 4 also seems positioned below both the DJI Pocket 4P and the Insta360 Luna Ultra, not just in terms of camera setup, but sensor size as well. Still, for an expected price around €300 or roughly $325, it could still end up being a decent budget-friendly option for casual creators. Peace.